Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer the monthly energy elemental reading for January of 2025 for the elemental energy of Earth. Earth covers the zodiac signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. If you're interested as to why I read for the elements instead of the zodiac, there's a video linked in the description explaining all of that. And if you've never had your charts done, or you're looking for maybe an updated version, there is a link to a natal chart in the description. It gives you your base chart with the 12 houses and all the little signs and symbols on it. And then there's a 10 to 20 page description, depending on what's in the chart, of what all that means. It also gives you your elemental balance, so you can figure out where all that stuff is and what it all means. With that, and that's not sponsored, I just really like that product. With that, we'll hop into our Earth reading. And I read intuitively, so we'll read the texts, go over the cards, and then we will see what else gets brought forward. And we're starting with our I-ching, and I cast the hexagram before starting the video. And it is hexagram 21 for Earth, which is the hexagram called the Gnawing. Gnawing. It says, gnawing success. The time is favorable for legal processes. This could be a lawsuit, but I don't feel that that's what's going. It could be that legal setting up of your business. It could be a legal contract that you're agreeing to. It could also be a promotion, because all that kind of stuff has legal aspects to it. But really, going forward, Earth this month is really feeling like it's a good thing. So whatever legal thing is happening, it's good for you. So we'll get started with our lines. Our foundational line here is, their feet are shackled so they may not walk. No error is involved. Whatever's going on, the people who aren't happy with you they're not really saying enemy, but those who are maybe opposed or trying to trip you up, they're the ones getting tripped up. They're not the ones that are going to help or not getting in your way. So this is tying into that legal process. It could be the fact that you're moving in a different position, so they now can't mess with you anymore, or however it's playing out for you. But the people who are not looking for your highest actually can't do much this month, is what I'm hearing. So our second line, gnawing flesh so that the nose is hidden in it. No error. So this is basically saying, they can be over there chewing themselves to bits, trying to figure out how to get to you or how to do whatever. It doesn't matter. They can't affect you. And that could be any form of negative. It doesn't have to be, a certain group of people. But it's really saying that things that are moving against you are not going to be able to do much this month, is what it's leading up to. Our third place line, gnawing dried meat, he was poisoned, but not severely enough to indispose of him for long. No error. There may be a point where you try to interact with them, not paying attention, not noticing something, and it might affect you negatively for a short time. This one's not legal. They're saying this could be like, oh, am I really doing the right thing? Did I mess up? Don't worry about it. Just know that those are the people you need to avoid going forward. And it could only be for this month too. Just at the moment, they're not the best options. Your fourth place line, gnawing dried meat on the bone, he found a metal arrow embedded in it. Remaining determined in spite of difficulties will bring good fortune. Even if you get into that state where you're doubting yourself, you're questioning, is this the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Keep your goal, the end game, in view, because there might be a stumbling block that you need to figure out how to overcome to achieve that goal. Could be just the next step where you're like, the step might be a little bigger than what you anticipated. That's where they're saying, just keep pushing forward. You're going to get through this, and you're going to come out on top, is what I'm hearing. So, your fifth place line, while gnawing dried meat, he encountered a piece of gold embedded in it. Unwavering determination now will bring trouble. No error is involved. You might get past that part that was really struggle. That doesn't mean to start running. It means take a pause. You made it through that section, whatever that struggle, trial, whatever it was. Get through that part, and then see where you're at. Don't go rushing off, because you might have gotten through that part and achieved the nugget of gold. That's because you learned the lesson. Now reassess. Do you need to keep going down the struggle path, or is there something else that's opened up for you? And your capstone, he wears a wooden Kangu, not sure what that is, which hides his ears misfortune. I'm gonna have to look that one up just one second because I don't read these ahead of time. Basically, it looks like it might be a cap hiding his ears, but why would you wear a wooden hat? That sounds uncomfortable. The context in the text here says, this suggests for the present, don't put much trust in our own personal judgment. That's that whole, just because things look like there was a bit of a struggle, there might have been some problems there, don't overthink it. Just take what works, let the rest of it go. The lesson was there for a purpose. That's that slowing down when you found the gold piece and not rushing headlong into chaos. So you've got this Earth going forward in this month of January, and we'll see what the cards have to bring forward to define that further. But overall, there's going to be a little bit of a hiccup going on this month, but it's going to be something minor. Don't get involved with it. If it's work drama, let them have their drama. Step away. It's not worth it. But we'll see what the cards have to add to that. I read week by week, and for each week we look at a guide or guardian, a message from source, and a lesson or challenge from the tarot. The guide or guardian is here to give us a little support if we need it, little advice type stuff. Message from source is supportive and energies or messages, and the lesson or challenge is something that we need to either look at or giving us a heads up that there might be something coming in that we didn't expect. So where's my book? This is one of my newer decks, so I'm not quite as familiar with it. Your guide or guardian is B. Spread the heart, healing with joy, and working with Archangel Pranimilik. Do not know this angel very well, so we'll see what the book says. Here we go. Bees are fifth dimensional insects coming from the Pleiades, the wondrous plane of heart healing. Their service work is to be pollinators for Earth, so they are instrumental in survival of our planet. They travel distances to collect nectar to make honey, and wherever they go, they happily pour their healing into the world, animals, and people. So, don't worry, this first week of January, there's about 4.5 weeks, so we'll do 5 weeks here. This first week of January, you take care of you. Spread your joy, spread your happiness, allow yourself to be the example for others on how to deal with the nonsense, but also to be the open blessing for what God Source Divine has blessed you with. You can literally, without saying a word, be the perfect example, or at least an example, of what can happen when you really tie into and ground yourself with spirit. And that's what they're wanting to say for this first week, is be that busy bee, be happy, do your job, don't get wrapped up in the drama, and really focus on spreading that joy and those blessings that you've been blessed with so that others can see you don't have to live life in misery or upset. Your message from Source is the Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Keep your feet on the ground, but your head in the stars. This is really saying, don't worry about what other people are saying. You do you. That's what the bee does. The bee doesn't care what anyone else is doing. They're going to continue to do their job. That's what you're being called to do. The Star Keeper is saying, you have a deeper mission here, Earth. You have a lot of things that are open and available to you. Don't get caught up in the everyday drama. The drama is literally something on TV. If you were growing up when I did, you saw a lot of the soap operas. There was just drama after drama after drama. But does it really matter? No. So leave the drama aside. You have bigger and better things coming forward for you. And let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Three of Ariel. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. This is a lesson to don't get wrapped up in the nonsense. Do the things that you need to do at work, but get really tied into your passions. If you have that creative project, that painting, that crocheting or knitting work in progress, as some of us have laying around right now, or if it's a book that you've been wanting to read, or that great American novel, put some energy into that this first week of January. Really get into your creation. don't worry about the nonsense. You're here to create. This first week is a good time to tap back into that creative vibe. Get groovy with your creative self. So really tap into that for this first week. It's a good lesson and reminder to, when things are getting wacky, do something creative. Let's see what your second week of January looks like. We have the Wolf, be independent but work together with Archangel Zariel. No, not well, wrong direction. And at least it's alphabetized. We have these regal canines originate from Sirius and have their mission of spreading the golden ray of Christ wherever they wander. They have formidable healing powers and are spiritual teachers in the animal kingdom. Individually, they are extremely independent, but are learning that it is more important to work as a pack. When a wolf gives his trust, he gives his loyalty and his heart. This applies to their own kind and those in humans whom they have developed confidence. So this is saying in this second week, don't give your trust, first of all, to everyone. That's dangerous. But also remember why you do the trusting things. This is about family. It's about community. Not everyone, that inner circle. And when you're home, it's your spouse, it's your kids. That's your inner circle. When you're at work, you always have that one work person. We always joke about our work husbands and our work wives. That's the people who are going to be the most supportive of you. And that's what the wolf is saying. You're independent. You're doing your own thing. Earth, you're all about, I can do this myself. I'm the rock. I can handle this. But you also have that energy of, when you work together, one stone can't build a house, but a lot of stones working in cooperation can build castles. And that's what they're saying here is, you can be the independent one, but be independent in a group makes a lot more effective as things go forward. So the second week is really just saying, tap back into working with others. The first week, you're just staying busy, doing your thing, which is kind of typical for the 1st of January anyway. But the second week is work with the people you can work with and rely on only the ones you can really trust. If you can't trust them, that's part of that, keep them over there thing. You don't need them. You might down the road, but right now, let the trust build before you do that. Your message from Source is Messenger, Sirius energy, same as the wolves, Sirius. Bringing harmony and balance. If you have a connection to the Sirius star system, you might want to look into that a little bit more this week, because it's definitely a theme here. With the messengers, pay attention to your dreams as you're going forward this week. You're working in that community mindset, but the universe is wanting to say, we want to also encourage you to find that harmony and that balance. Really focus on, how can I bring the inner group closer, but how can I start to work with the outer sections? That doesn't mean bring them into the inner circle, but how can you work with them to find a more balanced approach? Because you're always going to have that one coworker that's driving you insane. That's just a given. There's no such thing as a perfect workplace. But the second week is about tapping into finding ways to work with them, finding ways to coexist with them, if nothing else. And it could be that they're working on one side of the building, you're on the other. However it manifests, find ways to bring that peace and balance into your life. And they're really saying your home life this second week is in a good place. So use that as your place to escape from the chaos of the outer world. Your message from Source. Earth, pay attention, because these are contrary energies. This is all air. The 9 of Ariel. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. This is that call to really connect back into the family at home. The outside world can do whatever it needs to do. You're trying to find balance. You're doing your thing. And if you work in retail, the customers could be a little bit of a interesting aspect this second week. But this second week, your security, and this is a lesson, do not bring that nonsense from work home. When you come home, decompress. Leave it outside. If you want to vent for a few minutes, great. The minute you take your shower, take your shoes off, you're done. Be in the moment with your family, with your inner circle, however it plays out. Do not put a bunch of nonsense. Don't drag that stuff home. It's not worth it. It's not going to help anything. Trust me. So, your third week of January is the Dolphin. Live joyfully in the present moment. and you're working with Archangel Jules. I'll have to look more into him because I'm not sure who Jules is. Dolphins originate from Lacume, the ascended aspect of Sirius. You're really working with Sirius energy this month. And carry the keys and codes of the highest frequency of Atlantis. Their gift is to pass these energies into the ocean with joy and lightness so that anyone swimming can receive them. Despite being highly evolved, certain Atlanteans held the sacred crystal technology that powered the continent, messed it up, which that's kind of a lore. Dolphins, though, were given the opportunity to earn redemption by joining the ocean hordes. So they're actually here to help reconnect us to our higher frequencies, to not get so stressed out by, oh, the everyday world is so miserable. Or you could change how you look at it. If where you're at is dark, be the light. The dolphins are here to remind you that just because things are rough does not mean they have to stay that way. Just because you're in a dark patch now, how are you going to change it? Find something that is light. I'm hearing if you are owning pets, really work with your pets. Watch your kids when they're goofing around playing, especially out in the snow. If they start having upset, fix that. But when kids are innocent and they're playing outside in the snow, that's that dolphin energy that you see in the kids. It's all about having fun. You're going to be wet, you're going to be cold, that's just life. But they're having fun in the moment and they don't care about the wet and the cold. If they're inside and they're playing with the pups, the kittens, whatever it is, just enjoy that happy, peaceful moment is what's coming in this third week. Because the dolphins live in the moment. They're not worried about the future. They're not worried about work. They're having fun and enjoying life. And that's the energy of this third week. Your message from Source is the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Play with the kids. Play with the dogs. Connect back into who you are. Don't let the adult world, the serious, I am the adult, I work, I do this. Okay, great, that's out there. When you're home, you still have to be that person, but you can also have fun. When you tap into that inner child world, you're remembering your innocence. You're remembering what it means to smile. And in the second week, God's Source wants you to understand you don't have to be serious all the time. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're Christian, atheist, Buddhist, pagan. All of the major religious texts, except for the atheists, sorry about that, have references to finding that inner child, finding that joy. It's that innocence. When you are in that joyful, innocent state, you open yourself up to God's Source Divine in a way that you can't do through structured meditation, and I have to repeat whatever quote for so many hours. When you're in that joyful, peaceful, innocent state, that's when you connect, and that's what they're wanting to say. I mean, when you look, it's the gateway. That inner child, that joyful innocence is the gateway to God's Source Divine. There's no other way to say it. Your lesson or challenge is the number 19. It's the Sun, major arcana energy here, with Archangel Uriel. No, seriously, between earth and air, pay attention. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and expiring success. This is the week to remind you it's a lesson. Don't forget why you're here. Don't forget the joy of what life means. Dolphin energy, the golden children, all of this is pointing back to don't take life so seriously, Earth. You're a very serious element. It's not necessary this week. If you want to really succeed in life, it's finding the joy, finding the laughter. All of the people who've made big things happen, they laugh, they joke. They can be serious, but they also know how to have fun. The I-ching talks about don't get so wrapped up in serious stuff because it'll end up you're biting that arrow. You'll still have to push through it and the lesson will still be there, but the gold in life is finding that inner joy and that peace, and that's what's being brought forward in this third week. Your fourth week, speaking of joy and laughter, is the hyena with Dare to Be Different with Archangel Jophiel or Archangel Eophiel, depending on who's translating it. And we have hyenas are very intelligent and unusual animals. They originate from Uranus and step into Earth through the Sirius stars. Literally look into Sirius this month. All creatures from Uranus are harbingers of change and often behave in ways that challenge the norm and bring about societal transformation. Hyenas are uniquely experimenting with variants of long front legs and short back ones, and it makes them run so goofy. Unusually, females are the leaders of their pack, and they're heavier than the males. When you work with Archangel Jophiel, work with these animals to keep the connection to Uranus clear. Uranus is a big transformative planet, and when you are working with energies like this, hyenas have fun. They're known for their laughing sound, which is kind of their noise they make. And when you're coming off of reconnecting with that inner child, reconnecting with that innocence, the hyenas are saying, okay, now that you know more about who you are, be okay with being different. It's not a big deal to be different, especially in today's world. Within reason. Don't be like a total loon out there, but definitely be okay with your uniqueness. Being different just means you're not like everyone else. You're not average, which you're not. Earth, you're Earth. You stand out even in amongst the elements because you're the one that's usually really grounded and stable. But the hyena and the dolphins these 2 weeks are saying, have fun. Be okay to have that unique quirk that everyone's like, oh yeah, that's the person who does fill in the blank. Work with that. And your message from Source is cracked open, rock bottom, surrendering to the alchemy of life. The hyenas are saying be different, and this is really not saying rock bottom is not the vibe I'm getting from it. What I'm hearing is reveal who you are. Sometimes you might have to be cracked over the head. Most earth signs that I know are a little hard-headed about things, and that struggle, those challenges, those big steps in life are where you reveal that gold. The third week was about really reveling in it from the inner aspect, and they're saying this fourth week is if you don't get it in the third week, you're kind of gonna find out in the fourth week. So pay attention to those dolphins in that third week and tap into that more innocent, childlike energy so that the hyenas can show you the joy of being unique, and that's allowing you to open yourself to better and better experiences. And there might be some rough ones. We're a human. That's our life. That's what we're here for. But allow those things to hone what it is that you're doing here. Help it to focus that energy forward so you can really build upon that foundation. Your lesson or challenge is the page of Ariel, reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you, scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. You're setting yourself up this month for a big shift in your life, whether that is a promotion, as I said with the I-ching, or whether that is a new position in life. The I-ching is talking about gnawing and something changing. Something has to change. There's a trial involved, but it's going to be better on the other side. And the page of Ariel is saying, don't get locked into this is the only thing I can do. That's not true, and that's not how this works. This fourth week, you're allowing yourself to tap back into that inner child, really connect into God, Source, Divine, finding joy, revealing that inner aspect of yourself, because the page of Ariel, and they're saying this is going to be a challenge for you, is saying the change is coming. You've been expecting this. You've been planning for it. Now's the time to put boots to the ground. Are you ready to do that? Because this is what you've asked for. So your fifth week, wrapping up this month, is Deer with Trust the Support of the Universe. And we're working with Archangels Michael and Archangels of Faith. Michael's a good one to work with, especially when you're trying to clear stuff out. Where's my page? Come on. Oops. Went from dog to cow. There we are. Deer. We have all types of deer have incarnated from Lacume, an ascended aspect of Sirius. So again, every week of this month you have been working with Sirius energy, so definitely check into that. Kind of like the Sirius stars on our buck here. They are here to teach about trust. The gentle feminine doe has her third eye open and is alert and very watchful. The dignified masculine stag is grounded in his power and antlers symbolizing dominance and supremacy. Stag's antlers grow in the spring, representing birth and renewal. They fall off in the autumn, denoting endings or loss. The mission of a doe's soul is to learn and teach about grace, innocence, trust, and family. The mission of the stag is to learn and teach about trust in the universe, majesty, self-empowerment, and to experience the walking of a solitary path. Their service missions are to eat fresh grasses and leaves to stimulate new growth. Whether you are masculine or feminine, deer are here to show you to step into the fullness of what it means to be feminine, what the fullness of what it means to be masculine, to be the leader, to be the comforter, to be the one who steps out and is the breadwinner, to be the one who is the support and the nurturer and the caretaker at home. When you are working in balance, Earth, if you're in a couple relationship, this is what we're talking about. When you work in balance with those energies of the masculine and the feminine, you'd be surprised how much more powerful the relationship becomes. There's no such thing as one better than the other, and anyone who tells you that the masculine is better, the feminine is better, is lying to you. You need both of them, and the deer are here to show that. Archangel Michael is trying to help you cut away the nonsense. Don't get wrapped up in, well, this person's not doing the right thing. Are you? Well, that person's just not helping. But what are you doing to support them? There's a balance in every relationship, and the deer are saying the doe and the stag come together in balance and harmony. And this 5th week, you've been doing this work through the month. Now it's time to remember about the balance aspect of things and bring yourselves back into that alignment in this last week of the month. Your message from Source is the breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Micromanaging the universe doesn't usually work, but what it's saying is, as above, so below, as within, so without. We're talking alchemy here. When you and your spouse, your partner, the people in your inner circle, when you are all glorying with each other in their greatness and their skills, qualities, abilities, and they're doing the same back to you, it's allowing you to adjust how you view the world. It's also shifting things around you because people are watching. Whether you realize it or not, they're always observing. And when you tap into that kind of energy, it allows you as a couple, you as an inner circle, you and your coworker, because you're doing the things and you're being happy about it, and that spreads. People notice it. The breath of the cosmos is, as you change your microcosm, it ripples out to the macro. We look at it from the concept of toss a pebble in a pond. One action ripples. The deer are saying finding balance within the masculine and the feminine and how you two interact with each other, because the breath of the cosmos is saying how you guys interact with each other is how the universe is going to interact with you. Plain and simple. Your message your lesson or challenge is the 4 of Raphael. Seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. When you are looking to reconnect and find that balance, it is not easy. The 4 of Raphael is also calling you to be open to communication. If things look rough, why? Don't hide from the emotions. Don't run away from, oh, I can't have that conversation. I don't want to fight. Is it going to be a fight? Why would you make a fight about it? Ask them the question. Do so respectfully. Do so politely. That's seeking out the other possibilities. You don't have to make it hostile. Just have a conversation. But the other part is when you look for the magic in life, you're looking for the miracles. You're looking for the joy, the blessings, the abundance. Life, it can be as abundant as you want. A lot of it comes down to, what are you focusing on? And when we look at this last week of the month, the deer are saying work with your partner, balancing those masculine and feminine, the light and the dark, whatever it is. Bring it together so you can work in peace and harmony. The breath of the cosmos is reflecting what you do in your inner circle and how you think about yourself and your partner and things is going to be reflected outside of that. Because the 4 of Raphael is saying, be aware of your emotions. Your emotional state can literally shift how you view the world. Trust me, it happens a lot. I do it all the time, good and bad. So this month is really about your growth. Don't take things too seriously. Find that inner child. Find that joy, that experience, and that zest for life again. Earth, hopefully this resonates for you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment, all that fun stuff. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comments down below. As long as we're respectful, that's really all we can ask for, right? With that, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great month of January.